Previously on our Tasmanian adventure. Seem to be in the boondocks.
No worries.
Boys are here to their demon's land, and who knows where the f*** we are. Across the road from the waterfall is a pub, and like busy little beavers, 7 intrepid adventure riders.
Be fine.
Your tank lodged safely between our legs. Oh, you're over us. And listen to Santiago Mona. Adventure boating.
Why are you wearing your jacket like that, Gaz?
And listen to Santiago's brakes. In this beautiful, sleepy... Be the most expensive rear brakes.
Yeah.
Have a tree lopping business.
Doesn't get any harder, but it just keeps going. How hard could it be?
Welcome to Tasmaniacs, episode 7.
Hello boys and girls, artist Wayne here along with Bingus Kahn, Rocket, Brendo, Santiago and Adrian the pin-up boy. And if you've forgotten where Gaz Gaz is, well, he'd absolutely destroyed his cush drive bearing and was scrambling to fix it so that he could join us in Ben Lomond National Park for Jacob's Ladder. As for us, well, we needed to get across this. Sometimes when the boys are just sitting there staring at the water, you've got to shove them out of the way, jump right in and show them how it's done. Surely you've heard the saying, who dares wins. Only here it was more appropriate to say, only fools rush in.
You wanna walk it?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea, Adrian. This is really an adventure rider's worst nightmare, drowning your bike. And I was a little stuck, and the water was way deeper than what I was expecting. My bloody bike's half submerged, there's deeper water in front of me, and my legs are too short.
Walk it! You're gonna fall.
Adrian's just in it for shits and giggles, and now I can't get off my f***ing bike! I can't lift my leg high enough to clear my rear bag. Oh, I'm in a pickle.
You alright?
Here comes my saviour, the one and only Rocket Man. At least he's got my back.
Thanks, Rocket. Where?
Let me just clear my exhaust. And yes, I've set my engine light off once again. This Tenere does not like deep water crossings.
This water is the perfect colour for your bike.
Yeah.
That's a great shot.
Yeah, that's the artist coming out in me, boys and girls.
It's hard to get off a bike with a rear bag on it. I found out today.
And once we all dried ourselves off, it was time to hit the road, because that was the end of that track. It was time to head to Ben Lomond National Park, where we could ride up the stunning Jacob's Ladder. And when we finally made contact with Gaz Gaz, he informed us there was no way he was going to be able to join us, so he would push on and meet us all at the Pub in the Paddock. Poor Gaz was missing out on a brilliant day. Or was it a brilliant day because poor Gaz was missing out? We were travelling through some beautiful countryside. The weather was perfect. Tassie was certainly turning it on for us today. And when we arrived at Ben Lomond National Park and pulled over to wait for the other boys, Adrian the pin-up boy noticed scratches on my Arrow exhaust.
Oh no, that's when you dropped it.
Hey? You're f***ing kidding me. When did I drop it?
On that log.
You're a joke.
I mean, what do you expect though?
Hey?
What do you expect?
It's your fault.
Oh well, this ride will certainly cheer me up. Set high in the Ben Lomond Ranges, in the northeastern part of the country, is Jacob's Ladder. The road to the summit is totally unpaved, just the way we like it, and it runs through some amazing dolerite cliffs. This place is so dramatic, so awe-inspiring, and we had it all to ourselves. The 6 switchbacks of the ladder make for a stunning view into the valley below.
Now it's coming over.
Okay.
We're on top of Jacob's Ladder, and we've probably only got 10 minutes before a complete whiteout.
Well, we'd better get a move on and check out Tasmania's only ski resort. You see, once you make it to the top of Jacob's Ladder, the road leads you all the way up the Ben Lomond Plateau, where you come upon Tasmania's only ski resort. Because the mountains in Tasmania are not very high, the winter season is short. Also, the mountain is only suitable for beginners, as the slopes are rather short and not very challenging. Oh, and by the way, Jacob's Ladder was the long-standing idea of Bill Mitchell, a car wrecker by trade, who was one of the key figures in Ben Lomond's early development. His suggested route was controversial because there was already an alternative hiking path onto the Ben Lomond Plateau that was less steep. But Bill was a persuasive personality and pushed for the new route, not least because it was protected from the elements and its aspect faced north, allowing any ice on the road to melt. Of course, once we checked this place out, there was only one way to go, and that was down.
Whatever your front brakes.
They're gone.
Completely gone.
Stop using the coward pedal. Santiago no longer has front brakes after riding down Jacob's Ladder.
Do you know anyone that has a spare set?
Yes, I had a spare set of front brake pads, but they were even way more expensive than rear brake pads. Poor Santiago may need to take out a bank loan. We were now off like dogs shot up the bum, in search of the Pub in the Paddock. And when I say in search of, well, we were having a hard time finding it.
Still trying to find this place. Pub in the Paddock. A lot of paddocks around.
Geez, when your navigator's making the sign of the cross, you know you could be in trouble. Ever heard the saying, Tassie can get 4 seasons in a day? Well, it's true. It was starting to rain. Who'd have thought it? We certainly wouldn't have picked that after such a stunning day. And as we continued to search for this elusive Pub in the Paddock, Gaz Gaz must have been wondering where we were. It was well after 5 PM and we had no idea where this Pub in the Paddock was, or if we were even close. And just when we thought the rain was set in, it would stop. Only to start again. And just when we were giving up hope of finding this Pub in the Paddock, we came out into a clearing to find paddocks. Although there was no pub, we must have been getting close now. It was after 6 PM. We were hungry, we were wet, but boy, were we having a good ride. how we could be reunited with our buddy Gaz Gaz. Boy, he must have missed us.
So I know, because you came from the direction you came from, you did not come from the track you wanted to come from. Because you should have come from that way. You should have come, looking at the files, you guys should have come from that way. So I was just showing the public and Monkey Gum explaining why you're probably late. Was I close?
We made it! The Pub in the Paddock, one of the oldest pubs in Tasmania.
Warm fire, delicious beer, and whiskey.
Oh, give me that heater.
What you saying was a shit day?
So when you said we had 6 days to go,
shit day?
No, not at all.
That's probably the best day of the trip.
Nah. It's more like 60 going the other way.
So Brendan, you said it was only an alright day?
That was good.
It was alright. I said good day, you said no, it was alright. Alright.
I reckon it was almost one of the best days we had.
In your life? Was it the best day you've had in your life?
This trip.
In your whole life, it's the best day you've
No,
had.
mate, I've had a lot of good days.
What about you?
You missed out,
How many phone calls did you receive and take today?
Pull me over! Pull me over!
Wasn't like that.
Yes, a little bit.
Only for the video. Ah, just do it back, just do it for. And I know him, he was just waiting for me to drop the bike.
All I had to do was put a hand out to stop me from falling, and nothing.
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 When you dropped it, I was nowhere near
You
you.
were right next to me on the log.
No, I wasn't.
When I dropped it on the log, yes.
Before you went over the log.
As I was going over the log, you were standing right next to me.
So you dropped it twice.
Yeah.
And you have the height to tell him! I tell you what, my fellow adventure riders, that was a massive, massive day, and we were absolutely starving. We had eaten in some very posh places back in Hobart, but they had nothing on the meal that was served to us at the Pub in the Paddock. It was absolutely brilliant. Sadly, tomorrow would be our last day in beautiful Tasmania. But trust me, it would be another action-packed day. But the first thing we needed to do tomorrow morning was watch Adrian, the pin-up boy, give the local pig a beer. So until then, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, because I'm artist Wayne Dowsent,
And this is Tasmaniacs!